The Red Sox allowed a season high in runs while committing a season high in errors in an abysmal 16-3 loss to the Orioles on Friday night. Welcome into the Boston Red Sox newsfeed post-game recap. I'm Adam Blue reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. Mitch Two Bags Moreland pitched a scoreless ninth inning for the Red Sox in his second career appearance on the Hill. Yes, that was the only highlight of this game for Boston. On the first night of Players Weekend, the Red Sox not only wore different jerseys, but apparently grabbed 9 guys off the street and replaced their regular starters for Friday's disaster. My mama said if you don't have anything good to say about someone, then you just shouldn't say anything at all. So here's 5 minutes of silence for the recap of this debacle. Well, I guess I'll try to recap it anyway. Rick Porcello, a.k.a. Vientitos, ended his 4-start winning streak as he got rocked for 11 runs in just 4 2/3 innings pitched. Only 4 of those 11 runs were earned, thanks to 5 Boston errors, including one by Porcello himself that scored the first of Baltimore's plethora of runs. The O's struck for 2 runs in the first on the E1 from Porcello and a sacrifice fly by Trey Mancini, and added 3 more in the second via a home run by Mark Trumbo, an RBI single by Manny Machado, and a throwing error from Sandy Noah Leone that scored Tim Beckham from third. The errant throw by Leone, who was attempting to cut down Machado on a strike-him-out, throw-him-out play, also knocked out second baseman Eduardo Nunez. Nunez had to leave the game with a wrist and thumb sprain after he landed awkwardly trying to catch the wild throw, but x-rays were negative and he is considered day-to-day. Boston put 2 runs on the board themselves in the bottom of the second as Moreland reached on an error, yes, the O's made 3 of those too, by Jonathan Scope, and was driven home on a 2-run blast into the monster seats by Xander X. Bogaerts. Baltimore continued to rake soon after the bogey homer, as Chris Crush Davis launched a 1-out homer to dead center for a 6-2 O's lead. In a rarity for Friday night, zeros were across the scoreboard from the bottom of the third to the top of the fifth, when the Orioles ripped 7 hits and scored 7 times to put the game way out of reach. Mancini, Seth Smith, Beckham, Scope, and Adam Jones all picked up RBI hits, with the final 3 coming off of Joe J.K. Kelly. Apparently the initials on the back of his jersey didn't just stand for his name, but for the Red Sox effort tonight. Leone plated Rafael Carita Devers with a sac fly in the bottom of the 5th, which got the Sox within 10 runs. Yep, that was an accomplishment tonight. J.K. struck out 3 batters in the 6th to actually put a 0 up on the board. No, I'm not kidding. But Blaine Grande Rojo Boyer, I love that nickname, allowed 3 more runs and 4 more hits in the 7th for runs 14, 15, and 16. Mancini, who ended the night 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs, tripled off the glove of Mookie Betts to score Scope and Jones, then came home on a sac fly by Davis to cap the scoring. Thank God. Besides Moreland's stellar inning, the only other pretty thing about tonight's game was when Nesson's Casey McDonald came on during the inning breaks. Casey, if you're listening, I need a date for a wedding, so hit me up at albinomamba44 on Twitter. The loss was Boston's second blowout defeat in a row, as they gave up just 13 runs to the Indians on Thursday night. Boston's starters had a 3.50 ERA in the month of August prior to Thursday's game, but enters Saturday's late afternoon tilt with the O's with a 4.01 ERA, as their last 2 starters have allowed 10 runs in just 7 2/3 innings. Eduardo El Gallo Rodriguez will bring a similar 4.01 ERA into the 4:05 p.m. contest and will face Baltimore's Kevin Gossman. Alex Leibowitz will have the pregame news and lineups for what will hopefully be a better display from everyone not named Two Bags, while Lars Yestaby has the postgame recap right here. This has been Adam Blue for CLNS. Tweet me, Casey.